Meanwhile, here in Toronto, protesters are gathering this hour demanding an end to the attacks. A rally is taking place at Sankofa Square at the corner of Yonge and Dundas, and that's where we find our Brittany Billette. Brittany, what is happening around you right now?
Yeah, the crowd here is gathering, growing by the minute, not far away. About a dozen police officers are standing nearby. You can hear the chanting behind me. People say they're appalled by the airstrikes that fell on Gaza overnight, and they say they just want the bombings to stop. Earlier today, I spoke to Omar Al-Khatib with the Palestinian Youth Movement. He said, though the airstrikes are horrible, he said he wasn't surprised.
Yesterday, not only did they bomb Gaza, that killed over 350 people, but they bombed Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, all over the Middle East, U.S. and Israel. So we have to take the streets. As Canadians, we know an election's coming up. We want our demands to be heard. We want an arms embargo. So we're going to keep showing out so long as these crimes are continuing.
People here are demanding a two-way embargo, no more selling weapons to or buying arms from Israel. Last January, Ottawa stopped approving new arms permits for Israel, but is still allowing approved permits to stay in place.
And Brittany, how are members of the Jewish community reacting to this protest today?
Earlier, we spoke to one organization who said, you know, these protests are expected, but worried about what message they might send.
You know, the right to protest is a cherished Canadian and democratic value, and it's important. But what we've seen all too often is that these protests veer from being about whatever grievances people might have with the government of Israel into calls for violence targeting Jews here in Canada.
Organizers here say this isn't a hate rally. What they want to see is to stop seeing families hurt and killed. People also organizers also say there are members of the Jewish community here today, and their request is simple, to get a ceasefire. Kelda?
Thanks so much for this, Brittany. Brittany Billette at Yonge and Dundas tonight.